Here's a scene, look. 12-year-old Callum Maxwell, bored and distracted, gazing from his treehouse at the wee town below. A light breeze is making the leaves rustle round him, and now and again the peely-wally sunlight breaks through the clouds. It almost makes the town look pretty, but our Callum, he's in no mood to notice. Every detail makes him cross. An old car puttering up Main Street from the harbour. The dog barking in Mr. McKendrick's garden. Yawn. Not even funny when Mr. McKendrick yells, "Shut it, you!" and the dog barks all the more frantically. Well, maybe a wee bit funny. Anyway, while Callum is shaking his head at Stephen's silliness and wondering whether Vicky will be more help, there is a certain quick green figure dancing unseen over the kelp and thrift behind him. Or is it in front of him? In fact, it's very hard to tell because this mysterious creature seems able to pop up in one place, vanish, and appear somewhere else seconds later. If you were watching it, you might say it was dancing. It certainly twirls around a lot, and it seems to hop and skip and stand on its hands. But if it is a dance, it's a very weird one. All four of them have simultaneously become aware of something very weird, although none of them can quite put their finger on it. Vicky looks at Stephen. Stephen looks at Craig. Craig looks at Callum. Callum looks at... And then they realise what it is that's bothering them. It is the fact that although they can see each other perfectly well and recognise one another as usual, and they can't see anyone there who isn't one of them, there are now, quite clearly, 5 of them. Says Callum helpfully, "Are you all seeing this?" All 4 of his companions nod. "And does anyone have any sort of explanation at all?" 4 heads shake in his direction. Callum, giving up, has a wee seat on the grass and scratches his head. "Ugh, Max," he says, with a boldness that comes of impatience and frustration, "stop talking out your backside." Oh, can you imagine how mad this makes Max? Being spoken to like this by a 12-year-old? He draws himself up to his full height, about an inch taller than Callum, and bellows, "What did you just say to me?" But oh my goodness me, the voice does not issue from his quivering lips. No. As a sudden wind comes trembling through the hawthorns, Max's angry inquiry comes tooting directly out his bahookie. His face, usually bright red, goes suddenly pale, and Callum nearly falls down at the shock of it. What's happening? Max's voice is suddenly tiny, frightened, but it's still not coming from his mouth. It's coming muffled through the seat of his trousers. "This is impossible!"